my darlings, welcome back to the Bloom with Becca podcast. Thank you for tuning in this week. I've just realized I am wearing the same PJ bottoms as last week, and so some of you might think I'm a bit of a slob. These are probably my favorite style podcast episodes to listen to, and that's just really rambly, unserious, opinionated chats on something really random. And so today, guys, we are talking about my unpopular opinions. And so, well, with that, here's the disclaimer that everything I say is unserious, and if I offend you, I'm very sorry. However, yeah, I'm not talking about anything too controversial. We're not going too serious. I think it'll be a fun one. Whatever you're doing, your dishes, you're on a run, you're on your commute to work, I'm very glad to be in your ear. Hi, welcome back. I missed you guys. Oh gosh, I'm in a good mood today. I'm in a good mood. I've had some good news. Again, I touched on it last week. There's a bunch of personal stuff happening that I don't want to talk about because I will jinx it. And I kind of spoke about it last year, i.e. like if you know, you can guess what I'm talking about, but I refuse to say it until it's done. But things are happening. There's movement in my personal life with stuff I've wanted to happen for a long time, and we got some really good news today. So I'm in a really good mood, and I've also had a really good day. Today's been one of those days where I've been out of the house. I've not had like a computer day. I was invited to an event this morning with Superdrug, which was really fun, and we went to I forget what the actual studio is called here in London. It's called like Cycle. Really nice studio. Went to one in Notting Hill, and we did a spin class, which was really cute, and I met a couple of really lovely girls. It was just a really good time. Events like that I really like going to because I always get to bump into, well, other creators, but also specifically like wellness creators, and it's just nice to meet some people that I've seen pop up on my feed and see them in real life. It's really cool. It's such a perk of living here in London. I feel like if me 2 years ago could see like that was just my Wednesday, she'd be very happy. Yeah, it was a good day. But yeah, spin class, I've not done a spin class in like a year. I used to be signed up to a Pure Gym, and I don't know if you know, they do workout classes, and one of the classes that my gym had was spin. It was awful. It was awful as in like really hard, and also a little bit boring, because for me, 45 minutes of just cycling, like varying the intensity, sure, but and I'm not a fan of all the like up and down and up and like put your arms in the air. I don't know, unless you're like boogieing out to the music. But anyway, my point is like this class was actually really fun. I had a really good time. I was scared I don't know how bad my cardio levels was going to show, but we managed to keep up. It was a good time. It was really good. And then I treated myself to a little Joe and the Juice, and I went and I sat in a cafe and I did some work, and it was productive. And got my nails done. When you work for yourself, some days like this look really nice. But I'll give you an example of yesterday. I was at my desk all day. I looked disgusting all day. I was jumping between a million different things, and my brain was completely frazzled. And I know, like, I'm not saying I have it really hard. I'm just saying today was a pretty day, but it's the kind of days, a day like this is the kind of day that we talk about and the kind of day that we document and we film, right? So just bear that in mind when you hear about like how an influencer spends their Wednesday. I'm having a little Nespresso to perk me up for this. Normally I like so go off Nespresso because I feel like, does anyone else get this, that the coffee pods that come out when the coffee comes out of the coffee machine, like it's never hot enough? And I blame my parents because they taught me to like order your coffee at a coffee shop extra hot, like always say extra hot. And so if my coffee isn't at the temperature where it's almost going to burn my mouth, then it's not hot enough. Okay, side note, sorry, I've been really rambly about today, but I've had such a nice day. Other thing that added to my day was I tried a mochi brownie for the first time. Here in London, we have a store in Westfield called, I think it's called Ichiban. Sorry for mispronouncing that, but it's essentially like a Japanese Asian supermarket kind of store. And they have, it's just a dream in there. Like they sell so many things that are kind of hard to get your hands on here in the UK. And I feel like mochi donuts had a moment. I feel the Little Moons, the little mochi balls, they were a big thing in lockdown. And like blew up on TikTok and everyone was obsessed with them. And then I feel like mochi donut had a moment. And now, guys, oh, so good. So good. If you're someone who likes like a gooey brownie, like really wet, succulent brownie, that's my preferred choice of brownie. I don't like, do not give me a crumbly ass dry brownie. I don't want it. Then mochi and brownie go so well together. Okay, if you ever see one, do yourself a favor. If you think that sounds up your street, buy it. Try it. So good. Recently, I've been struggling to get up early. Like, I'm someone who, I'll go through phases where I'm really good at getting up at like 6, half 6 on the weekdays. And I'll go to the gym and it's all productive. And like I do that with Will and he like has to get up to go to the office. So it kind of forces me to get up. But neither of us have been getting up early. I've been getting up at like 7:30, 8, which yeah, it's okay. Like that, I know for a lot of people like that's still early and for a lot of people that's late. But I'm just trying to get back on my like just slightly earlier, like at 6:30 morning. Getting up at 6:30 for me is like, I'm not going to feel tired in the day. I'm going to function completely fine as opposed to like 5 a.m. morning. Getting up at 5 a.m. that means like come 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, I can't do anything with my evening unless it's just like lying like a little vegetable on the couch. So yeah, I want to get back closer to 6:30 because it's just good to like, I don't know, make more time in the morning for me. You guys know I love a good morning routine. We really have been going to bed later recently, and it's because we're currently watching season 2 of White Lotus. And so we've been watching like 2 episodes a night, which like doesn't sound that much, but it's basically like watching a whole ass movie every single night. 2 hours of TV pretty much. And so we're going to bed later. Oh, who has seen White Lotus? I think I spoke about it in last week's episode. I love it. I freaking love it. What made me kind of want to give it a go was because it has Leo Woodle. Is that his name? Leo Woodle? The guy who plays Dexter in One Day. If you've seen One Day, then I'm sure you understand the hype. And yeah, I don't really understand how someone could watch that and not love it. I loved him so much in that I heard his first like big role was in White Lotus. And so I was like, okay, let's give this another go. And it is so good. It is so good. We have 2 more episodes. Just, I don't know. I love TV that kind of pushes the boundaries. Like there's a lot of sex and there's a lot of just scenes that are crazy. And it is almost like, oh my God, is that okay to film? Yeah, I love it. Okay, I don't have much to say and I don't want to keep rambling for the sake of an update section. If you guys don't know, if you're new here, what a pleasure to have you here. But I always do a little like rambly update at the start of the episode. But I feel like this one was kind of short. I really don't have much to say. I said this last week, but still going to Amsterdam super soon. Really excited. I actually asked over on Instagram for all your recommendations. And also saying that, I'm pretty sure that means I'm not going to manage to get an episode out next week. So I apologize. But most likely the next episode, I will update you guys on how Amsterdam was, how it all went. Okay. My unpopular opinions. I had no idea sort of like how many to write down. I feel like I've seen a few people do this on TikTok, and so you can obviously do it rapidly, but we're gonna kind of like talk about it, my points. To be fair, I do have quite a few, and I've kind of put them into really random sections like food, pop culture, trends, random miscellaneous points. And I also asked you guys on Instagram because I really wanted to hear what you guys had to say. This is like the perfect episode style to really get you guys involved as well. Yeah, this episode is so unserious. I feel like a lot of the episodes I do are kind of heavy. We talk about heavy topics. They're kind of serious and they're very loaded, and sometimes I hope that's okay, but it's just fun to have like a silly little chat about anything and everything. So I hope this is just fun to listen to, and I don't know why. I love hearing unpopular opinions that people have. Okay, let's start with the food category. Number 1, I do believe that pineapple does not belong on pizza. I feel like that's quite a normal belief. So, I feel like if you're someone who orders pineapple pizza, you're weird. But for me, I love anchovies. Oh, anchovies on pizza. Don't get me wrong, don't put on too many. Like, I don't want it to just be an overwhelming salty sensation, but like 1 little anchovy or 2 little anchovies per slice. Oh, delightful. And I'm someone who, I don't really like meat on my pizza. I don't know, like pepperoni, nah. I'd rather just have margarita. Meat loaded pizzas, no. Beef does not belong on pizza, in my opinion. I love like a veggie loaded pizza. However, if you want to put just a few little anchovies on, so good. My whole life, I've liked seafood. I'm not someone who, I actually don't think there's one type of seafood that I don't like. Saying this, as I'm about to go into this whole like food section, I'm not a fussy eater at all. Like, I like most food. I have very few things on my I will not eat list, is there anything I straight up wouldn't eat? Maybe like a curry. Wait, that's unpopular, but it's because I'm allergic to pistachios and cashews, okay? In my defense. And they use them a lot in curries. And so I cannot enjoy the experience of a curry because it honestly tastes like I'm allergic to it. They all taste a little bit nutty and it makes me paranoid. And I once had a really bad reaction from my parents had like an Indian takeout when I was 14 and yeah. Oh God, I ended up in A&E. So since then, I can't really have curries. Same with like Thai curries, etc. So yeah, that is an unpopular opinion. I do not like curries. I will never order a curry. Like, Will really misses that. A good like curry takeout. Nah, not in my home. The smell. Oh, it's such a shame. You know, it's an amazing cuisine. And there's a reason why it's so popular. But in my mouth, I can't do it. Yeah, I hate to say it, but like, people who don't like seafood is such a shame. I get it. Like, it's pongy, it's a little fishy. Fair enough if you don't like, what's like a really fishy fish? Like an oyster or mussel. I don't know. Something that's like seafood. But if you don't like, I don't know, a nice fillet of salmon, I don't really get that. I feel like if I were dating someone, this is so mean, but here we go. Unpopular opinions, and please don't take any of this that seriously. Genuinely, if I was dating someone and they like could not eat seafood, it's not that that's an ick. Like, that's fair enough. But yeah, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna throw Will under the bus here. He literally told me like, if I were a fussy eater, he wouldn't be with me. Like, for him, someone who's a fussy eater, that is a deal breaker. A deal breaker, like the biggest ick to him. We were listening to a podcast. What's it called? Not Table Manners. One of the other big foodie podcasts. Off the Menu. Oh, I love that podcast. Yeah, they talk about like your perfect meal. I feel like you can't really say death row meal. That's not very politically correct nowadays, is it? But you know what I mean? Like, your last ever meal, if you had to put together your perfect dream meal, what would it be? And Amelia, who does like chicken shop dates, she's doing so well with her career. She's everywhere. She's hilarious. We love her, but we listened to her episode on there and we were like, what? No, to be fair, it was hilarious. I found it really funny, but Will was like, I could not date a girl who her favorite meal is, what was it? Like pasta pomodoro? Basically just tomato pasta. And then with a side of chicken nuggets. However, I feel like that answer was a PR thing. Like she kind of has to say that, right? Being the owner of Chicken Shop Date, the channel. Honestly, go listen to that episode because it was hilarious. But like her taste, I guess she did say she's a fussy eater and she like grew up that way. So yeah. No hate to Amelia. She's hilarious. But yeah, I just thought that was funny. She said something like she went to Japan and she doesn't like seafood, so she didn't have like sushi or anything, I think. I swear that's what she said. Whereas for me, like my ultimate last meal, dream meal, the starter would be a seafood chowder. Like that is how much I love seafood. And you know what? I haven't yet really worked out what the main would be. It depends what kind of a mood I'm in when you ask me. Okay, see, I rambled on so much there. Okay, random one, unpopular opinion. I hate cucumbers by themselves. I can dip them in hummus. They taste fine. Cucumbers in a sandwich, great. Cucumbers in a salad, great. Cucumbers like with something drizzled, or if they've been, what's the term, like pickled, if you rub them in vinegar and salt, I don't know, seasoned, whatever, fine. But a straight up cucumber, no. I don't know why. I have always been this way, even as a kid when like all our taste buds are super plain and you just want fucking like buttered pasta every day for dinner. Even then, I've never liked cucumbers. I'm also kind of the same about tomatoes. Do anything to a tomato, have it with bread, bruschetta, tomato salad, all that's fine. But if you expect me to bite into a tomato, can't do it. Disgusting. Like I just won't. I don't like it. But I feel like the tomato thing's not that unpopular. I feel like a lot of people don't really like tomatoes, but again, I love them in things, you know, seasoned, however. And yeah, cucumbers, I don't know. Like you're never going to see me just bite a cucumber, whereas like I would very happily eat a carrot. Don't even need to, I was going to say shave it. Peel. Don't even need to peel it. I'll happily eat it. But I don't think that's that weird. Okay, next one. Similar to the kind of curry situation because of allergies, but pesto sucks. It tastes vile. But again, that's in my mouth. Obviously, we're talking about my opinions here. But like pesto pasta. Oh, putting pesto on anything. It's just the smell, the taste, all of it wrong. However, okay, what do most pestos have? Cashews, if you didn't know that. I feel like a lot of people think it's just pine nuts, but no. A lot, like most pestos, any sort of like store-bought pesto, most of the time it has cashews in it. And I worked that out the hard way when I was about 16. It's just one of those things where like I also hate the taste of it though. It isn't just because I'm allergic to it. That would be quite sad actually if I was allergic to it and I loved pesto. But I have a friend who, Caitlin, if you're listening, I love you. She's like my childhood best friend. She fucking loves pesto pasta. To make it worse, she loves like pesto pea pasta with peas. Nah. I don't vibe with that. Pesto is disgusting. Sorry. I already spoke about this at the start of the episode without meaning to, but I like my coffee to be right on the point of it's basically gonna burn my tongue. Like lukewarm coffee. I'm not kidding. The way coffees come out of the Nespresso machine, it's too cold. Like right now, I'm at the bottom of this coffee and it's cold. Is that unpopular? Don't know. Next one. I think donuts are overrated, man. Never ever have I got the hype. Like, it's not that I don't like it. It's not that I won't eat it. I mean, genuinely, if it's like a really cheap, just like Tesco, no offense Tesco own brand, £1 donut, nah, it's not good. I'm never gonna pick that. I don't know. It's like so sicky and cakey. You know what? Actually, another unpopular opinion that's just come to me is I hate eclairs. Like bready cream chocolate does nope. It tastes like just so sickly rich and in the complete worst way. Not in a like, oh, this is a nice treat. No, I don't know why. Doesn't go. However, I do love mochi donuts. Again, spoke about that at the start of the episode. Skinny fries are so much better than chunky fries. I will take this to my grave. I will never understand people who prefer chunky fries. I don't know. I love the skinnier the better. When I was younger, I swear they don't do them anymore. That restaurant, I swear it's called GBK, that do burgers, that chain. They used to do like shoestring fries. I'm talking like the skinniest fries. There's basically no potato there. It's probably just literal like batter. I don't know why. That is my shit. And you never see like shoestring fries anywhere. Tell you what you do see though, big ass chunky chips. Ugh. Nah. Okay, next unpopular opinion, and this is the last from my little food group. And this one very much is just me. But for me, putting any sort of syrup in a coffee ruins coffee. I have like the opposite of a sweet tooth when it comes to coffee. Not for anything else. Like I do have a bit of a sweet tooth. I love chocolate, candy, all things sweet. But with my coffee, nah, don't put like vanilla syrup in there. Like, I'm not a fan of any sort of Starbucks special drink. Like, I'm a basic bitch sometimes, right? So like autumn's gonna come about and I will be there buying a pumpkin spice latte. But each year that goes by, I am like, this is not good. It's not good. I am always gonna prefer just a straight up cappuccino or latte, or even like an Americano with a bit of milk. But nah, I prefer like the foaminess and etc. from a good cappuccino or latte. I really think like syrups ruin the coffee. I'm sorry, I'm just being honest. This is my podcast, okay? I can say what I want. Quite a lot of the unpopular opinion videos I saw on TikTok, so many people were like, I don't like coffee. It tastes rank. If you like coffee, you're a freak. What? I fucking love coffee. I dig with coffee. I was a kid who liked coffee. I feel like that's a little weird. Okay, let's move on. If I haven't offended you already, I'm about to. Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift is overrated. Oh, I'm sorry. Right? I can feel it. I can feel you guys unfollowing, unsubscribing. However, listen, I had a little sneak peek at what you guys had to say. And I am not the only one who thinks this. One of my best friends, Rafia, who I know listens to this, will be listening to this. I'm so sorry. She's like Taylor Swift's #1 fan. And really, I'm not saying this to be cool. I don't care. I'm kind of basic in a lot of ways. I fucking love Ariana Grande. Olivia Rodrigo, she's cool. Beyonce, I dig her. You know, she's great. Taylor Swift. And I also, I hate to like bring a woman down or like talk shit about a woman who's doing really well. Taylor Swift deserves all the success in the world, okay? She's doing great. But I just don't hear what everyone else does, clearly. Honestly, I have been in the car, I've put on like a Taylor Swift album. I've been like, right, let's get into this because I'm getting FOMO. I feel like I really am missing out on something. And I'm not going to the Eras tour, obviously. I'd feel like a fraud being there. I would have stolen the space, the spot of someone who truly deserved to be there. But I was like, let's try to get into this. I can't. I actually cannot for the life of me. I don't know what it is. I don't think vocally anything's going on that really excites me. That's why I love an Ariana Grande, right? She's an insane vocalist. Insane. Lyrically, like, I just don't necessarily relate to what's going on there with Taylor Swift. Or, I don't know. I love a good melody. I love a smart, very well written melody. I prefer that to like beautiful lyrics. Oh, I don't know. I'm so sorry. Oof. I don't think anyone's going to make a Swiftie out of me. And again, I am not saying that to be alternative and to be cool. I think I would probably enjoy life more if I was a Swiftie right now. Seems to be her moment. Another artist I love who's very hot right now, Harry Styles. Love Harry Styles. I think Dua Lipa is great. See what I mean? Yeah. Oh, but Taylor Swift, I just don't get it. I'm so sorry. Okay, this next one's so stupid. The movie, Anyone But You, was terrible. It was. And I know it's kind of meant to be, like, it's a silly, lighthearted rom-com. I get it. But the amount of people that I heard talk about it and they were like, it's actually really good though. Like, for what it is, it's really good. I watched it and I was like, that is really bad. Sydney Sweeney, she's great. She's beautiful. She looks great on the screen. I think she did good. I can't remember what the guy is called, the other lead in it. But the movie was just really bad. Like, I will never want to watch that again. And I love a rom-com, I do, but I just thought it was bad. Sorry. A lot of people were raving about it, so I wanted to bring that up. Okay, next one. And again, I'm sorry if this offends anyone, but this is completely me. Anime, like that whole category, that whole form of entertainment scares me. And that sounds terrible, but like when I was a kid, I think it was Howl's Moving Castle, or like one of the really famous anime films. I saw it and the animation freaked me out when I was a kid, and I have not been able to shake that off since. I understand. This is me. This is my problem. I do not mean to shit on anime, because it's an incredible category of filmmaking. They even have TV shows. I don't know anything about anime because I obviously don't watch it, but the actual artistic style of the animation, I don't know why. I think I had nightmares when I was a kid, and I can't. My sister's the same as well. So genuinely, I don't know why it's a thing when we grew up. Okay, next thing, and again, this is more my problem, and I also want to say I only gave it, I don't even think I finished the first episode, but that TV show that was everywhere, The Traitors, hated it. Like, we couldn't get to the end of episode 1, and so I also want to acknowledge I obviously didn't give it a fair enough shot. Maybe it gets really good. I'm sure it must do, because the amount of people that were obsessed with it. But I don't love reality TV, if I'm being honest. Like Love Island, not my thing. All of that kind of, not my thing. Game shows. What's that, like, Gladiator one? I watched a little bit of that. I hated it. I'm trying to think of reality TV that I like. I have watched a little bit of, like, one of the Housewives seasons, and that's, the drama's kind of addictive. But yeah, Traitors. I'm sorry. Like, I think Will and I fueled each other on, because we both were watching it like, this is terrible. Like, I just couldn't look past it was cringy. The like, oh, you're gonna die, but you're acting, and no one's actually gonna die. I don't even know. It wasn't my thing. It was not my thing. Okay, this is a very controversial one, and so I'm gonna explain myself after I say this. I will. But the first time that I watched Barbie, went to the cinema, watched it, I was a little disappointed. It wasn't the perfect movie. No, like, I was going to say no movie's perfect, but no, that's true. I absolutely think there are perfect movies. I can think of quite a few movies from the past year that were brilliant. I want to put a huge disclaimer on me just saying that, because coming away from it and having more time to think about it, and then I did go see it again in the cinema, and I enjoyed it the second time even more. I do love it. Like, I love Barbie. It's a great film. And I don't know if it's just because there was so much hype around it that, like, the first time I went to go see it, I was a little disappointed. I remember when it was the super long Ken dance scene, and I remember sitting there like, this is still going? This is still going on? Okay. But at the same time, I do not want to take away from, like, how nice the messaging and the impact of girlhood and women supporting women, like that whole movement that came from the movie. I think the movie did so much good. So yeah, I really don't want to squish on that, but I'm just being honest. Like, and I also know I'm not the only one. Obviously, like there would have been someone else who had that opinion, but yeah, I don't know. The first time I watched it, saying that, I love it though. It is a great film. There was just a lot of hype around it, and I also want to acknowledge, like, that was a really hard project. Like, that movie could have been terrible, and it wasn't. It was a great film, but there were just, yeah, a lot of ways it could have gone very wrong, and it didn't. I think they did a great job, and I do think that Greta, the director, should have been nominated for an Oscar, because she wasn't, right? And then that was the whole controversy. But obviously, like, wasn't it like the highest grossing film of last year? So it should have been, and it did a lot for cinema. I think it was amazing to see the impact it had, and like got so many people into the cinemas, and like people were dressing up to go watch it, and we don't really see that anymore. So yeah, a lot of good things. That was just my little honest opinion. Okay, I do not like any sort of Marvel movie, like superhero. Nah, it's not my thing. And I think they're all so formulaic, where there's a damsel in distress, and saying that, I did love the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man films when I was a kid. Like, I did like those. I thought he was great. The Tom Holland one, who's the other guy? Yeah, most recent ones couldn't get into, which is fine. It is fine. I am not a movie critic. My opinion really does not matter, but it was not my thing. And yeah, any sort of Marvel movie, I cannot get into it. It's not my kind of thing. I do not need to be part of that universe. However, there's a movie that is very critically acclaimed, and that is The Dark Knight, one of the Batman films. That got a lot of love. A lot of people love that film. A lot of people say that's like their favorite movie ever. And I finally watched it a couple of weeks ago, like a month ago. Will finally showed me it. I did not like it. It wasn't good to me. I can appreciate it. Like the cinematography, I thought Heath Ledger was incredible as a Joker. I think that's objective. I don't even think that's subjective. I know art's subjective, but like he was incredible as the Joker. Rest in peace. It's very sad, but yeah, there were good elements of the film, but just in general, like that is not my thing. I got so bored, honestly, but I didn't fall asleep. I didn't walk away. I didn't zone out. I didn't go on my phone. I gave it my full attention. I gave it a good go, and I did not like it. Again, like kind of superhero films that just they follow a formula, and the damsel in distress thing, I don't like it. Okay, this is the only kind of slightly serious one that I'm putting in here. But International Women's Day has been and gone recently. And you know what else went past without anyone mentioning it? Was International Men's Day. Fair enough if you don't want to, I don't know, say anything for either, whatever. But my sister called me up, and I hope she doesn't mind me mentioning this. And we were talking, because we literally talk like every day. And she was like, today's International Man's Day. Did you know that? And I was like, no, I didn't. Because like no one's talking about it. But obviously you know when it's International Women's Day. And I have a slight, I don't know. I just feel like brands jump on International Women's Day as this like marketing tool. And it doesn't always sit right with me. Being someone who used to work for a company, I don't like the whole International Day thing. I swear every day has some sort of international day, whether it's like freaking today is bed international day or avocado international, I don't know. Yeah, which international day is it today? According to this random website, which is not a reliable source, American Red Cross Giving Day is today, or World Theater Day, or National Spanish Paella Day. So there's multiple things. Or Whiskey Day is today. Anyway, I just don't like how brands like jump on that. However, yes, it's nice to obviously celebrate women. I see brands do really nice campaigns and stuff. But my unpopular opinion is sometimes we do hate on men too much, in my opinion. Please don't come at me. I'm a feminist. I love women. I love women. Supporting other women is so important. And every day, honestly, should be International Women's Day. And I'm not saying like the shit that women have had to endure is the same as men. I'm not commenting on that. I don't think the answer is to just hate men. Genuinely. I think we hate on men too much. And you need to remember, like, you have a dad. You might have a brother. You might have a son one day if you don't already. Men, I don't know. The answer is not to just hate on men. I want to keep this all very lighthearted and fun. So that's all I'm going to say. But I do think we hate on men too much sometimes. So, next one. I kind of put some trends in here. So, okay, the whole like putting bows on everything. What do you call that? Coquette? Like cottage? No, not cottagecore. But that whole aesthetic, I don't love it. I think bows are really cute. I think bows are timeless. I don't think bows are going anywhere. I think having like tying your hair up and putting a bow in your hair, a bow at the back of your top, fine. Bows are really cute. I love a little bow in my hair. But I just can't quite get on board with people putting bows on everything. And listen, it's not that deep. Do what you want to do. I'm just saying I don't love the look of it. Like, I see people putting bows on their shoes, on their water balls, on their pens, on their pets. It's just not my thing. Sorry. Next one, a trend that's kind of everywhere right now is leopard print. Again, just personal taste. I don't really like it. I don't know why. I've never really liked leopard print, cheetah print, zebra print, like any of those kind of animal prints in clothes format. I think it's a trend that really will see it come to light and then it'll go and suddenly like all these pieces that you bought are very much not in anymore. I don't know. Maybe cheap print is a bit more timeless, but it's just not my kind of thing. Biab nails. I don't like them. Okay, let me tell you why. I think so many people jump on, and again, like, I'm not a nail tech. I'm not a professional. I don't know what I'm talking about, but this is from my experience. Someone who's had acrylics, biab nails, gel nails, at home, just like your basic Barry M nail polish nails. Biab nails are kind of marketed to help you grow and improve the condition and health of your natural nail. And they do not do that. Like, for me, and to be fair, like, I went to different places. It wasn't like the one place I went to did it terribly. I tried Biab at a few different nail salons. Biab is not good for your nails. What they're doing is just layering on tons of gel, isn't it? And then, I'm sure I'm saying that wrong, but it just thickens the layer on your nails so they're less likely to break. But then come to the time when you want to take that biab off and maybe just have your natural nails or just have shellac or polish, whatever, your nails are going to be so weak because you got to like get all of those layers of biab off. I think that's how it works. Like, I don't know, but just from watching the nail tech do it, it looks like that's what's happening. And when it came to taking my biab off, my nails are in terrible condition. I had to wait for them to grow out. Thankfully, I have pretty strong nails naturally, and so they're fine now. So now I just do gel, and my nails are nice and healthy. They're happy and healthy. But biab, I think it's good if you do want to just have like your nails be longer. I do prefer it to acrylics because acrylics are annoying. I don't really like acrylics. They look beautiful, but there's so much maintenance. They're expensive. To be fair, so is biab. Like, just getting your nails done in general, expensive. But acrylics, it's just a lot of effort. And honestly, for me, like an acrylic nail appointment, you're going to be there for over an hour. Don't like it. Whereas gel, you can kind of have that done in half an hour. Prefer it. But yeah, biab nails, I do not agree with that they make your nails healthy. I don't think they do. Okay, next one. I'm so sorry if I offend anyone because I know these bags are really expensive. But the brand, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this correctly. Goyard. So sorry. I don't own anything from this brand, but it's like a designer brand spelled Goyard. Okay. They have a really, really popular like tote bag. I'm looking at it right now. Yeah. You guys would have seen them before. I swear they cost like $2,000. Yeah, they do them in a bunch of colors. Okay, the website is not giving me a price, obviously, because it's a designer website. If you're watching this, you can see my phone there. I have the tote up. That bag. I am not a fashion expert. Don't come for me. But I hate the look of those bags. They're everywhere. They're kind of trendy right now. Like, so many people buy them. And I just cannot look past the fact that they look like a little £1 for life bag. Do you not think? Am I just seeing it wrong? That's my opinion. That is an unpopular one. So many people have it. And I don't think they're cute. They're really expensive. Really, really expensive. Okay, random one. Thongs are more comfortable than like full briefs. I don't know why I have this opinion. I love a good like seamless thong. It's comfortable. Whereas like a brief is always gonna kind of go up your butt. Like, you know what I mean? Maybe it's just like the fabric. Maybe I need to try like a good Skims brief where it'll just sit in place. But I do feel like it moves around. You have to like pull it out your butt crack. Okay, right. I'm not going to go into too much detail. That is an opinion that I have. And then my last opinion, I was like, I need one more. So random. I hate bowling. Like, I really don't like it. Never invite me to go bowling. I will not be there. I don't know. Maybe I did it too much as a teenager and it's put me off for life. But genuinely, like, I really don't like bowling. It reminds me of being a teenager. It's not fun. It's not even that exciting when you are doing well at it. It's like all luck. No, I'm kidding. There's all skill in there. Don't be rude, Becca. But if I were to go on a date with a guy, which is all very hypothetical, but if I were, and they were like, should we go bowling? Red flag. All right, guys, let's see what you had to say. People shouldn't vape inside public spaces. Is that unpopular? I don't think it is. I fully agree with that. No! Someone said Friends, as in the TV show, isn't funny. Man, oh no, I so disagree with that. I think I've said this story before. I literally was on a date with someone once, like when we were really young. And he said he didn't like Friends. And it really, really contributed to like us not going on another date. No, I don't think I was his type either. But for real, like, how's it not funny? Okay, I do not like an at-home office. I cannot be efficient at home. Is that popular, unpopular? I guess people do love working from home. They really do, huh? But no, I can get that. I understand that. Someone said Beyonce is overrated. Fair enough if you think so. I personally think she's fab. I think she's had a really long, successful career. It's justified. She's great. I think she was there at the right time. She's released a lot of good music over the years. That's my opinion. Friends, the TV show is shit. What on earth? Someone said Ryan Reynolds is not that hot. Oh, Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, he's all right. Tell you who, like, Ryan Gosling used to be one that I was like, nah, I don't really see it. I kind of, on purpose, I didn't want to bitch about any celebs or be like, they're not that hot or blah, blah, because I could come up with some. I was trying to leave people out of it. But yeah, Ryan Gosling used to be one who I was like, nah, I don't really get it. And now I suddenly get it. I think it honestly was after Barbie. And I said that to my sister and she was like, what? After he played Ken? Who's like, my sister said, the biggest ick. But no, I fucking love Ryan Gosling as an actor. I think he's so good. Sorry, you're talking about Ryan Reynolds and I've gone on about Ryan Gosling, but the man can sing. Have you seen La La Land? Okay. My God, he's so good. And I honestly think Will has an actual crush on him as well. Just saying. First milk, then cereal. disagree with that. People shaming you for what you're reading. My goal is to read for pleasure and for fun. Yeah, I really agree with that. I feel like we all get a bit uppity about like, how cultured is your reading list? Whereas, and like, are you reading self-help books? What are you reading? But reading can be, I think if you're reading, that's a really good thing. I don't think it matters what you read. I know people can be really judgy. Like, oh, you like Colleen Hoover books? But yeah. Guggle jugs are overrated. Are those what I think they are? I'm looking it up. Oh, okay. I think they're kind of cute. My friend said Taylor Swift is underrated. Girl, sorry, no. And then the next one was literally Taylor Swift is so overrated. Yeah. Someone else said I don't love Beyonce's music. I think she has a beautiful voice, but I just don't love her songs. Uggs are ugly. I'm sorry, I disagree. But I do see, I think I've been brainwashed. Because that probably was my opinion like 5 years ago. And how, you know, how Uggs have kind of made a bit of a comeback. And yeah, I think I've been brainwashed because I think they're really cute. I have zero creativity, so absolutely love following all basic bitch trends. Girl, at least you recognize that. I am sometimes the same, I'll be honest. Someone else said, don't love the music of Taylor Swift. Love Island / reality dating shows suck. I agree. Has anyone seen Married at First Sight? But like the UK one. The UK one is terrible. I watched the Aussie one like maybe 2 years ago. 3 years ago now, maybe. That was kind of entertaining. I probably wouldn't think so nowadays. I really have gone off that stuff even more so now. But, the British one, it was so cringy. It was awful. Sexy, wink wink time, does not have to be romantic. Sometimes it is just fun and a workout. I love that. Most colleges and universities are actually useless and it's basically just a cash grab. Whew, that's a heavy one. I'm not going to be here going through my opinion on that. But yeah, fair enough. Spring is underrated. I think it's better than summer. I think it depends where you live. I appreciate spring now that I live in London, and so spring's a bit warmer, sunnier. But I grew up in Scotland, and spring in Scotland ain't anything special. My friend said peas are better than sweet corn. This is my friend who I literally was speaking about earlier. The friend who puts peas in her pesto pasta. Absolutely not. Sweet corn. How are peas better than sweet corn? It's literally sweet. It's delicious. Me and her have been arguing about this for years. Settle the debate, please. I really agree with this one, right? We need to stop judging the relationships of celebrities, especially the Biebers, they said. Oh, I so agree. However, I will say, like, I get it. There's a weird fascination. People love to hyperfixate on these celebs, right? Because, like, not like as influencers where we tell you everything and show you everything. Celebs, they're still a little mysterious. Maybe more so like a couple decades ago before social media and everything. But yeah, they're still a little mysterious, like whoever is dating who. You know, like people are really into seeing who Harry Styles is dating. Isn't he dating? What's her name? Taylor. She's really pretty, but people are obsessed with that relationship and just like, yeah, people love to gossip about it. So I get it. But I agree with like, how did you word that? We need to stop judging. Yeah, we need to stop judging because our opinion does not matter and we do not have the full story nor the full context. And if you forget that and you genuinely, I don't know, think that your opinion matters within their relationship, then you're being a little delulu. You are. So okay, right. I'm just going to end that there. That was really fun. Thank you for listening to my random rambles, and thank you for getting involved in Instagram. I don't really feel like I've done an episode like this before, so if you enjoyed it, please let me know. I cannot tell you how much it means when you guys message me with feedback. So yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm sorry if there isn't an episode next week when I'm away on my holy bobs, but I'll be back very soon. And it was lovely talking to you guys and catching up. Okay. Have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're listening to this, and I'll see you very soon.
Thank you, my loves, for listening to this week's episode of Bloom with Becca. Be sure to follow the Bloom with Becca Instagram page to get involved each week with your questions, your stories, your thoughts on different topics, all that good stuff. I'll see you guys next week for a new episode. Love you. Bye.